Check 56. And let's get this, get this. Pick the edge, pick the edge. Go, go.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To throw is Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check curls, check curls.
On play action, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here we go. Waiting. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Bell. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard. but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
We got this.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Let's go now. 70, Indy, X3, 218, chopper. Taco. Jam, jam. Undercrush. Keep grip.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's it. Big hit. Here we go. Set. 15 line. Look at me. Go.
To throw on 3rd down. Good. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Duke Riley coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, Antonio Brown. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 44-yard line.
Go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. This is Bell. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, check 24. Watch.
Hey, empty.
Deuce.
Let's go. Great.
So that'll back him up 5.
Here we go. Back. 180.
Here we go. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic.
Wentz to throw on second down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Check hot route.
To throw, it's Wentz. Now they go screen, it's complete. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
10-2 stop. 53. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking,
and a big loss here as he's taken down. Quan Alexander able to record his 5th sack of the season.
they were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And an alley to run. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Shotgun now for Wentz. Aguilar has it. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz flushed it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Wentz going to throw. He sets to fire deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar as the first half is winding down. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Next to score, Eagles 10, 49ers 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go,
At their own 25-yard line.
Set,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Go.
From the gun. Good. He's going to float this one. Deep right. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grab the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. But I know the coach is going to be talking to them about calming down, taking it easy. We've got a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Hey, team 6, go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Good. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Check 31. Check 31.
Hey, Echo.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Yep. Hey, let's go.
They'll try and throw for it here. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give them 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Hey, get it.
Operating from the gun. Good. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Now Wentz, caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz, man open. It's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Wentz to throw again. A screen to Bell. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Wentz going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On first and 10, it's Sanders. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From just shy of midfield, Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Shorty.
On third down, they turn to Sanders. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Shit.
Leave 5-2.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
90, Wolf.
Watch the out. Check nickel. Big edge.
No. Off.
Check 50.
Go out.
Check out.
Shoot.
They'll run. This is Hunt. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run it here with Hunt.
Rush in.
Touchdown, 49ers. Kareem Hunt, his 6th touchdown of the season. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on now, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Wentz now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Check safety.
Here's Wentz to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
He's coming.
Throwing now is Wentz. And the pressure gets to him again. They're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz now to throw. Hurts over the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Let's get it.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz completes it to Aguilar. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And the return this time will go out to the 40.
Big numbers, 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers.